Hi students, I hope all will be fine. So, grade 5 science. So, last week, can you remember what we learned? Yes, students, what we learned? Yes, we learned organ system. What that is, what there are many parts in our body, what each and every part it is doing, how it is functioning, what is the use of that parts only we saw. Yes or no? Yes. Can you answer why we need energy? Yes, to do many activities where we will be getting energy. Yes, the food which we eat. So that complex compound which is converted into simpler molecule. That process is called, that conversion is called as digestion. So what is the two digestive system? That is digestive tract and digestive gland. So in digestive tract, how we are taking the food and what it is happening and where it is coming out. So what are the parts that only we saw in that digestive tract? And in digestive gland, there are three glands, that is three important thing, that is salivary gland, pancreas and liver. What the salivary gland is doing? Yes, it is making the saliva and it is taking, that is the complex compound is taken into simpler compounds, and pancreas, it is giving pancreatic juice which makes to digest the food, and the liver, it produces the digestive act and so on. So next is the respiratory system. There are three major parts. What are they? Airway, lungs and muscles of respirations. Yes or no? Yes. So in this class we are going to see circulatory system. What ma? Circulatory system. So here, how the blood is circulated. Okay, how the blood is circulated and how it is transporting oxygen and nutrients to every part. That's what we are going to see. So the circulatory system consists of three things, that is heart, blood and blood vessels. What it consists? Heart, blood and blood vessels. Okay, have you seen the heart? Yes. Now see that picture. So it is hollow muscular organ. It is a hollow muscular organ. So how it looks like? In what shape it is? Yes, somewhat cone shape. Yes or no? So it is conical in shape. In what shape, ma? Conical in shape. So it is covered with double walled membrane. So in how many membrane it is covered? Double walled membrane, that is called as pericardium. That is called as pericardium. So by what the heart is covered? Pericardium. Okay, the space between the membranes is filled with part pericardial fluid. Okay, so inside some spaces will be there, no? So that spaces are filled with pericardial fluid. So why that pericardial fluid? What it is protecting? It is protecting the heart from shock. If you are getting any shock news, now how we will be reacting? As soon as we will be having more heartbeat, we will be having some more pressure or else more tension we will be getting. So to avoid that only, we are having that pericardial fluid. Okay, to avoid that, it protects the heart from shock. Okay, so heart is placed inside so where the heart is placed? It is inside the thoracic chamber between the two lungs. So already we have seen about the lungs. So in between the two lungs only heart is presented. So now the heart, how many chambers it is divided into? Four chambers. Two upper chamber, it is called as atria or auriculus. Clear, ma? And two lower chambers, that is called as ventricles. So upper chamber is called as atria, and so the heart is divided into four chambers, two upper chamber and two lower thicker chambers. The two upper chambers are called as atria and auricles. Okay, why it is called as atria or auricles, and the two lower chambers are called as ventricles. Clear? So how many it is divided? Four chambers, two upper and two lower. Upper chambers are called as atria and the lower chambers are called as ventricles. So what it is doing? What it is doing, ma? Yes. So what it is doing now? It is the heart are separated by a muscular wall or tissue. So the upper and lower chambers. Okay, now there are four chambers, upper and lower. So this upper and lower is separated by a muscular wall. Okay, the two chambers are divided by muscular wall, or else we can call this as a tissue, that is called as auriculoventricular spectrum. Auriculoventricular spectrum of the heart. So the right side of the heart receives deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body and pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. So what the right side heart is doing? It is receiving the deoxygenated blood. Okay, then it is making, it is pumping it into the lungs for oxygenation to get a pure blood. Okay. So what the left side heart will be doing? Yes, it will be receiving the oxygenated blood from the lungs, and it will be giving to all parts of the body. Clear? So what is a heart? So it is a hollow muscular organ. It is somewhat conical in shape. Okay, so it is covered by pericardium, that is double walled membrane, and there will be a space, some spaces in our heart. So that spaces are covered by pericardial fluid. So for what it is used? What it is protecting? Yes, it is protecting the heart from the shock. There are four chambers, that is two upper and two lowers. So upper chamber is called as atria or auricles, and lower chambers are called as ventricles. So this two upper and lower is separated by a muscular wall called the auriculoventricular spectrum. Clear? So the right side heart, it will be receiving the deoxygenated blood, that is it may be impure blood, like that. Okay ma? So it is receiving that and it is pushing to the lungs. So what the lungs is doing? It is making it fresh oxygenated blood. So this left side heart, it will be receiving the oxygenated blood and it will be giving to all parts of the body. Clear? So next is blood. So blood. So what this blood is doing? So the blood transports, it is transporting nutrients. For what purpose we need blood? Yes, it is transporting nutrients, oxygen and waste and hormones. So for what are the things it is transporting? Nutrients, oxygen, waste and hormones. Okay. So now adult will be having 4 to 5 liters of blood. Okay, adults will be having, the volume of the blood in adults will be 4 to 5 liters. Okay, that is, it is regulating the water level and it is on the body temperature. So what this blood is doing? What it is transporting? Nutrients, oxygen, waste and hormones. And in the adult there will be 4 to 5 liters of, that is 5 liters volume of the blood. So it is regulating the water level and the body temperature. Clear ma'am? So next, so blood is pumped through where we are getting the, where blood is pumped? From the heart. So it takes oxygen to tissues and cells and finally reaches the oxygen to take, finally where it is reaching? The lungs, and there again it is taking oxygen. Clear ma? So the blood is transporting nutrients, oxygen and waste hormones, and in adults there will be 4 to 5 liters. It is regulating the water temperature and body temperature. So from the heart only blood is pumped. Yes or no? Yes. So one is deoxygenated blood in the right side and oxygenated blood in the left side. Yes or no? Yes. So what that thing is doing now, it is taking the oxygen to all the cells and finally again it will be reaching the lungs, and again from the lungs it will be pumping the oxygen and it will be taking to different parts of the body. Clear ma'am? So next is blood vessels. So here the thing, what are the things contained? It consists of arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, so what this arteries will be doing? It will be carrying the oxygenated blood. So where will be the oxygenated blood? In the right side or left side? In which side heart it will be there? Yes, in the left side. Okay. And veins carry deoxygenated blood. What the veins are carrying? Deoxygenated blood. The arteries are carrying oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood. So next, one more thing, capillaries. So capillaries are nothing but it is a thin blood vessels. Okay, that is which is connected the so arteries and veins it is connecting. What it is connecting? The name which is connected, which makes arteries and veins na capillaries. It is connecting arteries and veins. Okay, so they help in exchange of materials between circulatory system and body tissues. So what is the purpose of capillaries? It is connecting the arteries and veins. It is connecting the arteries and veins. So main thing for what it is helping now, that is the capillaries, for what it is helping now, the materials. So how to take it is exchanging the materials between circulatory system and body tissues. So the next one is excretory system. The next one is excretory system. So what is this excretory system? Yes, it is taking the waste from our body. Okay, it is taking, that is, it is removing all the waste from our bodies. So the food which we are taking, everything won't be digested. Some food will be digested and some heavy foods it won't digest very fast. So that is the waste thing. Okay, so what are the three things? So the three excretory systems are kidneys, uterus and urinary bladder. What are the three excretory systems? Kidneys, uterus and urinary bladder. Okay, so the first excretory part is kidney. Okay, so what the kidney will be doing now, from the blood, okay, from the blood it will be removing the waste. So that waste will be coming outside as a urine. Okay, so how the shape is now, just see the picture how it is. It is dark red color, yes or no ma? It is looking like a bean shaped, yes or no? Yes. So the kidneys are a pair of dark red bean shaped organs placed behind the abdomen on either side of the vertebral column. So where it is placed? In the abdomen on either side of the vertebral column. Clear ma? Yes. So the average adult, that is for adult, the average will be 12 centimeter in length and 6 centimeter in width, and the thickness will be 3 centimeter. Clear? In adults, the average thing is measures about 12 centimeter in length. It will be 12 centimeter in width, 6, and the thickness is 3 centimeter. Okay, so the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney. So comparing, there will be two kidneys, that is one will be in the right side and the another is in the left side. Clear? Yes. So comparing to that, both right side kidney will be lower than the left kidney. Okay, so this both kidneys are covered by the fibrous membrane called capsule. Which membrane? Fibrous membrane, which is called as capsule. Okay, so the kidneys are made up of millions of excretory units called nephrons. Clear? So it is connected, it is making a millions of excretory units called nephrons, which are structural and functional units of kidneys. So which is called as structural and functional units? It is called as nephron. Next is uterus. So in uterus there are two uterus connected the kidneys with the urinary bladder. So just see the picture, both it is connected by urinary bladder, yes or no? Yes. So from the two kidneys are connected by the urinary bladder. Okay, so two uterus it is connecting with the urinary bladder. So urine formed from each kidney reaches the urinary bladder. So what is the thing uterus? It is connecting the two kidneys with the urinary bladder. Okay. So what this urinary bladder? Just to see that it is sac-like in shape. What shape ma? Sac-like in shape. Can you see? It is called as sac-like shape. Okay. And acts as a temporary storage organ of urine. So in the urethra, the urine will be urethra, the urine will be coming out. Clear? It is a shaft-like in shape and acts as a temporary storage organ of urine. Clear? Urine entering the urinary bladder from the urethra slowly fill the hollow shape inside the bladder. So it will be filled inside the hollow shape, and from where it will be coming expelled out now? From the urethra. Clear? So this is the thing in the excretory system. So three main parts of the excretory system is kidneys, urethras and urinary bladder. And the final one is the nervous system. Here the human nervous system is divided into the following, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. What are the two nervous system? Central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So what is the central nervous system? So the first one is central nervous system. So what are the things it consists of? Brain, spinal cord and the nerves. So brain. So for what purpose the brain is there? For thinking. Yes or no? Yes. So it is covered by three membranes called meninges. Okay, three membranes. So our brain is covered by three membranes that is called as meninges. Okay, ma'am. They are dura mater, arachnoid membrane and pia mater. What are the three things? Dura mater, arachnoid membrane and pia mater. So where the brain? The brain is kept in a bony cage called cranium or skull. So what is skull? Manda odun solrangala. Yes, that is called as skull. So inside the skull only our brain is kept. Okay. So it is made up of 8 immovable bones. What is that immovable bones? So the bones which can't be moved. Okay, ma'am. So how many immovable bones? 8. Okay. So our brain is made of millions of functional units called neurons. So what is called neurons? So the brain which is made up of millions of functional units. So the human brain is also divided into three major parts, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So what is the work of forebrain? So it consists of cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. So it is the largest part of the brain. Which brain? Forebrain. Okay. So it is the center of human memory, and for what purpose it is now? It will be giving intelligence, imagination and reasoning. If somebody is asking some questions now, without thinking just a second, we will be answering on that is. So intelligence, what we are learning, it will be stored in the forebrain. Okay. So some might have to dream. Yes or no? So that is imagination. So these all will be stored in the forebrain. So the midbrain, it lies behind the cerebrum. Clear, ma'am? So for what it is now, it will be coordinating the movements of the muscles of the body. Okay. So the movements will be in our body, there will be more movements now inside. The different parts will have different movements. So for coordinating that only midbrain is there. Okay. It helps to maintain the balance of the body. Okay, it helps to maintain the balance of the body. The next one is hindbrain, and this hindbrain, what it is comprised now by bones and medulla oblongated. So sometimes it is also called as the brainstem. Okay, so it is called so there will be a knot. See in this picture, is there a knot? Yes, so that is the brainstem. Okay. So it is called a Whitwell knot because it controls breathing, heartbeat and other involuntary muscles. So what are the hindbrain is controlling? Breathing, heartbeat and other involuntary muscles. It connects the brain to the spinal cord. So spinal cord, with what it is connected? Brain, spinal cord, it is connecting the brain and the spinal cord. Which one is connecting? Hindbrain. So three types of brain: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Clear, ma? So next one is spinal cord. So spinal cord, so it will be a tube like structure. See in that picture, can you able to see? It is a tube like structure which extends from the brain and it lies within the backbone of our body. Clear? Yes, and the last one is peripheral nervous system. Here it is two, that is somatic nervous system and autonomous nervous system. Somatic nervous system in sense somebody pinched, at once we will be shouting, yes or no. So that is autonomous nervous system, and somatic nervous system sometimes we will take time and then we will be starting to shout. Yes or no? Yes. So this is the two nervous system, somatic nervous system and autonomous nervous system. So the somatic nervous system carries sensation from the organs to the brain. So organல இருந்து பிரைனுக்கு வந்துட்டு it is taking the sensation. But autonomous nervous system, what it is now? It is taking the system controls the nervous to the inner organs of the body. Clear ma? So what we have learned? Yes, excretory system, then circulatory system, and the last one is nervous system.
Students, in this class we learnt about the circulatory system, excretory system and nervous system. In the next class we will be seeing the next unit. Thank you.